Welcome back. I want to explain you a bit about combat and how to get advantage on your opponent, or at least to know if your opponent is too strong for you. So the first thing is that you have to enable your stats, here the first gem and then stats, and you will see here at the top your HP, which basically represents how many hit points you have, current and maximum. There is a second bar here that is also red, which is physical stamina. So this represents how much you can do special moves, how much you can run and such. You will consume stamina while doing special attacks. Mana, how much you have for casting spells, and mental stamina, which is similar to the physical stamina but for the mental abilities. So if you deplete them, you need either potions or spells to actually regain them, or you can just sleep, rest, and regain them. But you will definitely consume them during a fight. The second thing that you have to do before approaching an enemy is actually looking at him, assuming that he doesn't attack you immediately. Some creatures attack you immediately, but the majority don't. So you can just right click on him and click on look. Disregard for a second these numbers because you will not see them. I see them only because I'm a game master, but you will see a textual description, a roleplay description of how your character evaluates the strength of the enemy. So in this case, it tells us that this creature is competent in magic. He seems to be in very good shape, meaning that he's probably full health, and it seems also that he has much experience in the fighting art. So you judge that Onyx Dagger is fair bit stronger than you, right? So this is giving you an indication if the creature is way stronger or weaker or much weaker than you, and so you can decide based on that, right? And you will learn fast by attacking them. So be careful on who you attack in the game. I mean, when you die, you actually, if you are a new player, just respawn in the main plaza because the god of death is not yet interested in you. But as you become more experienced, the god of death starts to be interested more and more, and so it will bring you into his realm, and you will have to escape. So be careful when dying. The second thing that you have to do is really to prepare your spells and your special moves. You can put them here in the macro, in the shortcut window. There is a video about it, so look at that on how to configure the shortcut window. And you can also bind this to a specific key, and so use them in combat. To enter combat mode, you just press tab, right? And when you press tab, you see this different cursor in the middle, and you also see at the top the health bar of the enemy when you over him with the pointer. And if there are multiple enemies, right, the pointer will tell you which one is maybe half health, full health, and such. In general, our combat is fairly slow, and is slow by purpose because we don't want a very, very fast paced where you don't understand what you're doing, but we want you to take moves as you go. So we also have the ability to do a shield block. So when you are in a tab, you can actually press your right mouse button, and you will use whatever you have in your left hand. So in this case, it's a shield, and so you can do a shield block. If you add a weapon, a secondary weapon, then pressing the right mouse button will use the secondary weapon. So you will attack with it. So if I want to attack this guy, I can do it now. It will probably kill me. And it will probably cast some spell on me. So what we can do, maybe we can cast some spells on him, and some spells on myself, maybe. But then we can just attack him and see what happens. So to attack him, you have to be front facing him. You are ranking up when you take damage, and we are trying to do some damage to him, but at the moment I actually died. I don't know why the animation didn't play. In theory, it's playing usually at that animation. But the other thing I wanted to tell you is that maybe before the combat, just check your inventory, and in particular every weapon. Now we respawn in the plaza. So check every weapon and armor that you have or what you want to buy, because actually our combat consider the different locations. So every time you hit a randomized location is selected between torso, legs, arms, etc. And you can see that every armor has a specific protection for the type of damage. And we actually have three main damage types for the weapons and armor, which are slash, blunt, and pierce. And this is the protection. And the same you have on the weapon. So for example, this weapon that we are using, which is this platinum steel mace, right? This one has a blunt damage of 3.1, right? So it will be more effective versus armor that have a lower protection versus blunt, right? So you can decide based on the weapon. Like this great axe, for example, has a slash damage of 2.5. And then there are obviously magical weapons and weapons with special effects and all of that. Remember that for combat you have to go in your skill window and check what are the special abilities that your skill related to your weapon is enabling. Like here, for example, under Mace and Hammer, I have a number of special moves that I can use during combat, right? Okay, that's it, and thank you for watching. Bye.